What's up everybody? Dave from Quarter Flips here. It's been a while since I've made a video and I still don't have an actual full-time location for making videos. This is what's left of the room that I made my videos in. It has been completely transformed. The other half that you can't see is a nice office space now for my partner to do her work. That was the deal. I am still putting together where all of my business is going to happen. The storage space has come together nicely. I still need to do a little bit of work there. And I have an office space that is completely packed full of stuff that I'm kind of rearranging, and that's probably going to end up being my combination lifting, photographing, packing, shipping, and making video space once I figure out how to make that happen. So we will get there and videos will come out more often after that. I just wanted to come on here and kind of do a quick update about where I was and what was going on. So for the last couple of years in January, I have made a video kind of going over the last year and comparing my numbers. I'm not really going to do that this year, not in the same way. I'm not going to, because it's terrible. I'm just thinking of it as an autopsy. I did an autopsy on last year. I made $6,000 less in 2023 than I made in 2022. And I didn't make enough in 2022. So yeah, that was pretty bad. And I know a lot of us in reselling saw bad numbers happen. But I know some people in reselling saw some good numbers happen too. So when I look at it, honestly, I see an actual dip in sales, even though I was still listing and still doing stuff. There was a dip kind of in the first quarter going into the spring. I expected the spring to get better and it just really didn't. And I ended up having a couple things come up, derail me a little bit from selling. And then I started taking gig work on the side, driving with roadie. I talked about that a little bit in a video back then. And that took up a lot of my time. The $6,000 that I didn't make selling, with reselling, I replaced with about $18,000 doing gig work. So it seemed like a pretty good trade-off. If I work this out, I'm still gonna keep doing a little bit of roadie, not as much as I have been. I'm gonna be focusing on selling going forward because things are getting better, spoiler alert. But I'm hoping to continue to use roadie to fill in that extra money that I need and crank the selling back up. So yeah, it was pretty bad last year compared to the years before, whereas I had expected it to continue to grow year over year. And no, things were weird. So that's where I'm at. I'm not gonna be very specific. Maybe next January I will come back with numbers and be more specific and kind of cover the whole thing if I have something good to report. I don't feel like spending a whole lot of time putting numbers up on the screen and having it being depressing, Okay, but one of the reasons why my sales are getting better, and I am having the best month that I've had in a year this month. Part of the reason I think is, well, the economy is changing a little bit and all the numbers say things have been getting better. I think it takes a little while for that to catch up to us at our level, and I think it is catching up. That's just my feeling. I don't know, maybe you have a different experience with it, but that could be the case. Also, I'm listing a lot more. I've got that 1,000 listing challenge that I am back on. I have listed almost 200 things in the last 2 weeks. As I'm making this video, I have about 830 items up on eBay. And I think in the last video that I made where I talked about those numbers, it had gotten down close to 700. So I've been getting a lot of sales, but I've also been listing a lot of stuff. From really like each day I need to get at least 10 listings up. I'm doing that 5 days a week. So Monday through Friday, I'm forcing myself to get at least 10 listings up. And then on the weekends, I'm focusing on what I'm gonna be listing in the next week upcoming. And I'm listing Discogs. So weekdays are for eBay, weekends for Discogs. It's working out pretty well. Yeah, I'm seeing the numbers increase because you learn the same lesson over and over again. The more you list, the more you sell. And that's just the truth. And so I'm going to keep doing that, and I'm going to do that and make this thing work with roadie as a fallback, as long as that keeps working. Something like that, I figure it could just go away at a moment's notice. So yeah, I will use it while I can to keep my head above water and crank this thing back up. I have been finding some cool stuff while I've been out shopping. The one good thing about roadie is that it keeps me constantly out on the road around town, and I've been forcing myself to go in and check the same thrift shops at least once a week. every time I drive past them, I think, hey, it's been 5 days, 6 days since I've been in there. I should just run in, do a quick, just scan over the DVD section, scan the toy section, the stuff I like to look for, see if there's stuff new. And I've been finding some cool stuff doing that. Found a couple of DVDs that I haven't really dealt with very much. They're not huge dollar bolos, but they're just like the bread and butter ones that you want to know about. Heaven Help Us. This was a movie that I loved a lot when I was a kid. Andrew McCarthy, Mary Stuart Masterson. You know Mary Stuart Masterson. She's a drummer girl from Some Kind of Wonderful. Kevin Dillon. This also has Wallace Shawn playing a priest character. You know who Wallace Shawn is, even if you think you don't. He's Vicini, the guy that says inconceivable in The Princess Bride. He's got a great scene where he's yelling at all the boys in this, where he's a priest telling them they're going to go to hell before a dance. So it's a really, really good one. I like this a lot. This was $1. I'm probably going to get 10, 12 bucks for this one. That might be a little bit optimistic, but I put it up for that much. And if someone wants to buy it for 8 or 9, I'll be pretty happy. And likewise, also for $1, Stay Tuned with John Ritter and Pam Dauber. That's right. It's Jack from Three's Company and Mindy. Jack Tripper, right? Yeah, Jack Tripper and Mindy. This is I don't know. I have never seen this movie. I think they get sucked into a TV game show or something. But when I saw this one the other day, it struck me that I haven't really focused on it before, and I don't run into it very much, if at all. So this one will probably go somewhere between 10 and 15 bucks. I think I've got it listed for $12.99. And that's only plus shipping, $12.99 plus shipping. And that's only because the cover has a little bit of wear. It's not perfect. So, you know, I'm always going to buy a DVD for $1 if I can sell it for over 10 bucks. So anyway, there's, like I said, these are not huge bolos, but they're just the kind that you want to see as many of these as you can. If I can walk into a thrift store, spend $5, walk out with 5 DVDs that I'm going to get over $50 for, seems like a good deal. So I'm going to definitely do that every time that I can. What else? What else? I don't know. I gotta find a place for Uma. We need a new place for filming. We need something that's like stable with a background where I can start filling things back in. I mean, I've got all kinds of weird new stuff for the backgrounds. I don't know if he's gonna stick around, but yeah, you know, it's just weird not having a spot that feels like the usual spot, and this isn't going to become the usual spot, so we will get to that. Yeah, so I guess that's it. I just wanted to say hi, make sure I got a video out before the end of the month, and yeah, let me know how things are going for you. Are you seeing sales increase? Are you seeing a general feeling of like optimism and a rise in spending? I feel like I'm seeing a combination of that, or it's just because I'm listing more. I don't know. It's probably always lots of things that add up to a story, and then we just try to figure out how to interpret that. I don't know. Anyway, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you soon.